Alright. What's good, everybody? It's your boy 6 Deuce, SR BroadCast. We're right here with Jump Out with Vault 97. I'll let him tell the rest. Tell him who you rocking with, my boy, what you got going on, your brands, what we got in the works with the peoples. Let them know.
Shit, I just started working with TTE recently.
Shout out to
I do a lot of work trying to connect artists together, you feel me? Whether like anybody need a producer or if they're trying to find a music video in their city, they don't know any studios in the location. We got connections with studios all across the country and then videographers everywhere, that kind of thing. I really started like all this shit in the music by producing. Well, at first I was a fan, like everybody else. Like I was 9 years old.
Start somewhere, my
Yeah,
boy.
I was a fan of every song. I loved it. I played it on repeat all the time. I always wished that I could have like some talent to be an artist, like ever since I was younger. But I didn't really feel like I had it there, so I just went the producing route. I figured I'd be in the background. I could still be a part of it. And so I started making beats, you know. I won't say they were good, but then I'd been listening to my boy when I went to my first like program / rehab in the Dominican Republic.
So you've been out there?
Yeah, I lived there for like 13 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a boarding school program, rehab combination. Like it was terrible.
So your peep sent you out there?
Yeah.
Okay, type deal. I understand that. So I remember even telling you, don't you speak another language as well?
Yeah, I used to. I don't really anymore because I had nobody to speak it with, so it just died out. You feel me?
Okay.
But I used to be able to speak Russian and Latvian, like fluently.
Okay. So how did that come about? Are your peoples like?
Yeah, I was born in Latvia. This is like a small ass country in Europe. Nobody ever heard about it. Like the first thing I just seen something about Latvia on the internet, and it was that like there's a shortage of men.
Okay.
And I thought it was funny. It's probably because I left, but
yeah.
But yeah, they got a shortage of men over there. But that's where I'm from originally, and my mom was Latvian and my dad was Russian.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the word with them is now. I think I found my dad's death certificate somewhere.
Okay.
But like I don't know what the word is with my mom. But I was in foster care till I was 8, and then I got adopted to the United States by like an American family.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And that's something I share similar. I always remind myself there's people that go through crazier situations because, you know, I myself foster care. We spoke about this, and shout out to all the kids still in there and going through their thing. But yeah, man, I'm glad to tap in with you and learn more about it. So is that how you made it over here to Missouri? Did you like grow up out here in Missouri? Like, tell them because as you know right now, we're right here in Springfield, Missouri. Shout out to 417, you already know. Shout out 417 OPM, 417 Mafia Studios, 2-Turn Empire, you already know.
Yeah.
And shout out Vault 97. Go ahead, my boy.
So I made it out here. It was a long story, really. So like I said, I got adopted from Latvia. My dad was in the Air Force.
Okay, so that's how it came
around
about.
a lot. You feel me? So I even lived in Germany for 4 years. You feel me? I went to an American school and everything. A lot of people be having that confused. They think like people in military families like sleep in tents. Like I dead ass talked to somebody one time and they're like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad for you." I was like, "Why?" So your dad's in the Air Force, right? Y'all sleep in tents.
I was like, bro, hey, I sleep in the bed.
Bro, I sleep, bro. My house nicer than yours. Let's
yeah. He's like, respectfully. Shout out,
like
Uncle Sam, right? Shout out
Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that was pretty decent. And then, so I just got on when we were in Germany. I just like started, you know, taking pills, smoking shit like that. By the time I made it to Texas, like my dad retired out the Air Force, and we moved to Texas. I was there for a couple months. They like sent me to DC to go stay with my aunt. Like they really didn't want to be around me, or they didn't want me around them type shit. So they got me out of there. And then I came back and I was asking them, I was like, yo, school starts in like a week and we ain't been shopping or nothing for like nothing, you know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, we were gonna tell you, but might as well now. You're gonna go to the Dominican Republic for a year. And I was like, what? I was like, for what? And then the way they explained it to me was nothing how it was like, bro. They made it sound like a summer camp. I got there, it was like a Christian summer camp mixed with rehab, mixed with like juvenile, not really juvenile.
Boot camp, you feel?
Nah, not that one didn't have that one. I'm not gonna lie, the first program in the Dominican Republic was pretty smooth actually. Like it was pretty smooth when I look back on it. The only thing I hated, we didn't have phones, we couldn't listen to music, shit like that. Like
they wanted you to be in tune with everything, but
basic things that we fuck with doing, we couldn't do. But then the second program I went to is actually Teen Challenge in fucking Branson. That's how I ended up in Missouri the first time. 'Cause there's a rehab program over there, and that shit's way more like juvie mixed with rehab. It's not
Facts.
not as much like happy-go-lucky. Cause in the DR, bro, we was
So
going
you
to the
had
beach.
2 of them.
Yeah, I went from 15 till I turned 18.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was away that whole time. I turned 15 and I got out when I turned 18.
So it wasn't a year. They told you you're only gone for a year.
Yeah,
And then you
no,
ended
they
up
told me I was only gonna be gone for 6 months, and then I was gone for 13 months, and then the second program was like 8 months.
That
So,
age.
it's like a year and a half almost.
How do you feel like that shaped you now in your everyday life?
It didn't as much. It like prevented me from learning. Like being locked away like that. Like I got out, I couldn't even like smoothly talk to a lady no more. You know what I mean? I
You
used to
felt
have,
like your social skills,
Yeah,
like it
I-
deprived
I-
you of your social skills.
I wasn't no like player, but I had a little like words. Like I was just smooth with the words type shit. I wasn't
Yeah.
even trying to do too much all the time, but
Yeah.
just smooth with the words, and like I lost all that, bro. I'm like stuttering and shit trying to talk to this one like.
To anybody,
girl,
he said, that's how they say, respectfully, the beautiful women out there, but as the kids say, fine shit.
Yeah,
you know
I was
what
about
I mean?
to say fine
Yeah.
shit. I was about to say fine shit, but yeah. So that's how I ended up in Missouri, and then when I got, I was not listening to none of their rules in the programs and shit, so I was
Yeah.
terrible. So they spent the whole time trying to kick me out. Like I was there for 3 months, and they started trying to kick me out, and I was there for a whole 8 months before they finally kicked me out because like every program that my parents like applied me for,
Yeah.
they all denied me, gang, because of the track record I had at all these programs.
So,
It was like,
so it not only hindered you, like feeling like your social skills, you felt like it left a bad track record and made it seem worse than you really were.
Yeah, because like so while we were in there, we'd like drink hand sanitizer. We'd make hooch, prison
Well,
wine,
yeah,
shit
you
like
guys
that. You
have
know what
to,
I mean?
yeah.
Right, it's exactly. You have to. If
Yeah.
I was outside,
You
if I
probably
was
just drink
at
beer,
home,
be
exactly,
normal.
I would have been a normal person. I would not have been doing all this crazy shit that they look at me and they're like, I feel like you've got worse since you got there. And I was like, yeah, it's because that's how it looks. Because to you guys, everything I'm doing comes off as bad. Whereas
Yeah.
me, I'm just trying to feel some type of peace or connection with my old life. Y'all got me in this random third world country, bro. Everybody on mopeds, bro. They make about $10 a day, gang. You know, everything costs about a couple cents after you go through the conversions. Like, that's a third world country, and I'm feeling out of place. So, and then one of my friends in the program passed away. She left, and then she got in a car accident. She left early. She was 16.
unfortunate.
Had already finished high school. She already like finished everything she had to do with school at 16 and was about to start college. That was the only reason she left early. She was about to start college, and then she passed away. So once that happened, I kind of like just started drinking a lot while I was in the program, and I used to get in a lot of trouble for that. But once they kicked me out, finally, I went to California to go live with one of my friends' family, and I was there for like 5 months, I want to say, or almost 6. But I didn't really learn anything while I was there. It was kind of complacent. I was just staying inside every day. I started smoking again after I got out because I hadn't smoked in so long. And I was with shout out Audra, she's my sister. I was with her and one of her friends, and they like bought a Keith rolled Blizzy, and they like took maybe 1 or 2 hits off that shit, and then like I damn near smoked the whole thing to myself, like fresh out, no tolerance, gang. I got fried. I loved it.
He said, out my mind. Hey, everybody
I'm sitting
knows
there,
if you know, especially get out of foster care or placement, and you get that first blunt.
Whew, man, I'm talking about, I'm sitting there people watching for like an hour and a half trying to eat this avocado sandwich. But yeah, that's how I ended up there. And then when I turned 18, they didn't really fuck with a young white boy either, so they kicked me out too. So everywhere I've been, they kind of just eventually kicked me out. So I came to Missouri because one of my homeboys lived here, and everything here is cheap compared to California.
Oh,
like,
facts.
You already know.
Everybody
you
knows. If
Man,
you know, you know. You
I'm
can't
talking
ruin the
about
sauce. You know what I'm saying?
$6 a gallon for some gas. Like, get out of here with that bullshit.
Tell me my tank full off of $30.
Yeah,
What you know about that?
yeah,
Shout out California. Don't get me wrong, but
they don't. Yeah, but yeah, and then I ended up back over here, and I got a job at McDonald's. It was some bullshit.
yeah.
I was able to make it like about a year before I got so fed up with them. I cussed the manager out, and I just walked out that bitch. Never looked back. Never looked back. I've been just thugging it out ever since. Started doing this music shit more serious, bro. I just met the right people, like, and to all you people listening out there, like,
Tell 'em about that, my boy.
all it takes is just like dead ass the first step. And if you're looking at or if you're looking at a staircase, the first step's big as hell, gang, like big as hell. And if you just jump over the first step and you see the rest of the steps you got in front of you, this shit is so easy. Like, you know what I mean? It's really the first step that's only hard. And so my first step ended up being sending a DM at 3 in the morning when I was like supposed to be asleep. It was 3 in the morning. I see the studio page and I want to make beats on some better speakers because I'm using a JBL speaker. And that's 50% of producers out there right now using a JBL speaker to make their beats, and they slap. But I wanted some better quality, so I hit him up about like, yo, can I just like make beats in your studio? I don't need an engineer or anything. Like, what would the cost be? And then he was just like, oh, you should work with us. And I was like, oh, okay, what does that mean? So I pulled up to the first meeting. We kind of talked about it. And then, like, ever since that first meeting, I've just been putting in so much work that, like, I just seen everything unfold in front of my eyes. Everything start growing at the same time. I just did my research on strategies, started implementing those strategies, and I just watched everything start to slowly rise. And I know I'm not at my peak. I know I haven't reached my full
Just
potential.
started, my boy.
Just started. So it's a lot coming, you know. It's just the start. But yeah, once I started working with TT more, I started managing artists. So I really stepped away from producing as much too. I still make beats, but now most of my time ends up in the studio running sessions, doing audio engineering or management for artists. I work with like 20 artists across the U.S. We got some in Nashville, some in California. Shout out my boy Trace Beasy, my OG artist. Even before I started working with these folks, I signed, bro, and I wanted to manage. So I knew I had it in me, you know, and I just had to take the first step.
Facts. Yeah, shout out Burke, Secunda, Nomo, the whole squad, everybody on the faculty team, you know. Now, yeah, I want to go ahead and say, man, like all the way from now learning from your history, not just as a person, but what you went through, your background, your parents, you know, how it affected you, where you're at today, and you know, thank God, you know, God first and everything.
God first.
Respect to what everybody believes in too, you know. I don't want to misconstrue it out here, but point is that all the way from where you're at, managing artist, from what you can offer, I guess I want to jump straight into what's something you want to tell the people as far as like your story and what it means to you, and like something you want to leave behind before this interview's over, and just, you know, even something crazy about yourself too after.
I don't know too many crazy things, but definitely something I want to leave with everybody, whoever may ever watch this video, you know, whoever, absolutely whoever, look back at your life. I promise you, you could find how everything connects. After I quit that McDonald's job, I worked construction for 2 weeks. I felt the best I'd ever felt in my life, but then they cut me off from that job. And I didn't know it, but I was mad about it. But a year later, I used all those skills I learned to help build a new $1 million studio. So I'm telling you, look back, everything will connect. I had some random guy give me his veteran ID, and I was like, that's weird, but I kept it in my pocket. And just last week, I needed his full name to be able to contact him at a hospital he was at because he got shot. And I only had his full name because he gave me his ID. And that's just the start of it. I'm talking about this music shit, everything. Just look back at your life, you'll find how it all connects, and whenever you're in one of those tough spots, just think about that. In a couple months, you're gonna see how that thing benefited you. I don't think anything really can be a negative experience if it ends up being a positive one a couple months later. Is it really negative? You know? So just pay attention to shit in your life, and everything connects together. Everything connects together for a greater purpose. And if that doesn't prove that there's a God, I don't know what does. So I think that's all I got to leave with people, for real. Just put God first and everything lines up.
I do want to say, I want to thank you for coming on. As you guys know, our interviews have not for a bad reason. We just want to get straight to it and get the important information out. I'm learning myself, and I'm thankful for the guests that come on like himself. But again, a lot of the guests that come on here are more than guests. That's why I do my best to help tell their story, because again, I'm blessed to work alongside with these people. You're gonna see more than I can tell you, more than he could tell you. We're gonna show you. So here on SR Broadcast, tap in with Vault 97, tap in with Two Turn Empire, 417 OPM, Spill Records, SR Broadcast, Pod Productions, everybody, Cali Media. Right here, this is Jump Out, the one and only. Show them some love.
Yeah.
Let them know. If you got any last words for the people, other than shout outs or things like that, and your brands, go ahead, man, and tell them where to contact you.
Shout out, first of all, God, then shout out Burks. He put me on everything I know. Shout out TTE, his family. That's really my family. When I don't got nobody else, that's my family. So shout out them. And then I want my lady, bro. She's the reason I'm alive. So shout out her. That's it.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah.
It's 6 Deuce, SR Broadcast. It's all love. We got Jump Out. You know what it is. For more, this is just the start. I actually got something planned after this. I do want to do a live so we get more, want to say crazy in a bad way, you know what I mean? But we'll get to it with some more better questions as far as on my end. Right now, I just wanted to introduce y'all, let you guys know what's up. So tap in. If you guys have any comments, recommendations, or questions you want to ask him, contact us. Comment below. You already know.